1-2, 1-2.
What did you do with my sunglasses? I did my sunglasses on the counter. Just watch them anyway. Right, Keane. All right, Keane, whenever you're ready. It's on. These Marie August Falter Road, ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome to Park Yarricker, Fraher Field for the Cumroil Intermediate Hurling quarter final. From the far west, we've Ballyduff taking on St Mary's from Turinina. Teams line out as follows: Ballyduff in goal, Michael McCormack. Full back line, number 2 Jamie Hannon, number 3 Oren Leamy, and number 4 Shane Hannon. Half back line, number 5 Jamie Carney, number 6 Shane Carney, and number 7 Seamus Hannon. Alorna Parka, number 8 Sean Casey, and number 9 Owen O'Brien. Half forward line, number 10 Andrew Casey, number 11 Kevin Casey, and number 12 Conor Murray. The full forward line, number 13 Mikey Carney, number 14 Dennis McDonough, and number 15 Finton Murray. Niamh Mira lines out as follows: in goal, number 1 Garrod Halnan. Full back line, number 2 Ronan Gleeson, number 3 Dennis Coffey, and number 4 Jack Scahan. Half back line, number 5 Aidan Carney, number 6 Brendan McGorty, and number 7 Dermot Tobin. Centre field, wearing number 8 David Condon, and number 9 Sean Fitzpatrick. Half forward line, number 10 Owen Currans, number 11 Jack Power, and number 12 Kevin Sheehan. The full forward line, number 13 JJ Coffey, number 14 Mike Kearns, and number 15 Jason Sheehan. And what a day it is for these two clubs. One of them this evening going to advance to the semi-finals of the Intermediate Hurling Championship here in Waterford, sponsored by Cumroil. It's, I suppose, a story of two tales from 2019. St Mary's winning the junior and regaining intermediate status for the first time after 11 years. Ballyduff, who are relegated from senior, are down to intermediate for their first time since 2005. So at this time last year, these teams were respectively playing junior and senior. So going on that, you would expect that Ballyduff would be raging hot favourites today, but there's no doubt that St Mary's will relinquish this challenge and they'll throw everything at it from the word go. Ballyduff, over their history, have won 8 hurling county titles. They won senior hurling in 82, senior hurling in 87, senior hurling in 2007, intermediate hurling in 64, 75 and 05, junior hurling in 53 and 71. The St Mary's Club, the Ternina-based club, have 5 county titles. Intermediate hurling in 80 and 83, junior hurling 78, 89 and 2019. And of course, again today will be the tale of the 2 managers. Dan Shanahan, the coach for St Mary's, have done tremendous work with the last 2 years. But previous to that, of course, today's Ballyduff manager was at the helm of St Mary's for 4 years, Maurice Geary. Another advantage probably for Ballyduff, he will know a lot of the inside track of this St Mary's team. On the whistle today we have Tig Tobin from Bushy Park, from the Brickies Club out the Bushy Park area, and he's ready to throw in the ball for the final game in the intermediate hurling quarterfinals, and he's ready to get proceedings underway. Sean Fitz eagerly waiting, and the ball is in and the game is on, and it's on the ground at the moment, and it's number 11 for Kevin Casey, son of Massey Casey, and it's passed out to number 10, Andrew Casey. Andrew Casey won 2 Fitzgibbon Cup titles won 2 Fitzgibbons with UCC, and it's a free in. Kevin Sheehan, a guy who takes some hardship for St Mary's. Kevin Sheehan is fouled, and Owen Kearns dead straight in front of the goal, halfway between the 45 and 65 yard line to get St Mary's on the scoreboard. When these 2 sides last met, it was 2005, and this very same weekend, Intermediate Hurling Championship, St Ballyduff were relegated, and on that evening, in the 7th of August 2005, they beat St Mary's up in Lismore, and Owen Kearns puts it high and it's over the bar for the first score for St Mary's. The start that St Mary's dreamt about. Get on that scoreboard early. A great free by Owen Kearns and it's over the bar. Michael McCormick with the puck out. Down along the left wing. Brendan McGorty backing back under it. Broken down by Sean Casey. Sorry, by Andrew Casey. The ball is broke. It's on the ground. And it's McGorty coming out and the ball is broken. And it's number 11, Kevin Casey. Kevin Casey hits it high and it's wide. Wide ball for Kevin Casey for Ballyduff. So, Garrod Halnan for St Mary's with the first puck out for St Mary's. Is there anyone giving them options? He's going long. Down the far wing, down on top of Seamus Hannon and Owen Kearns. Seamus Hannon pulls high. The ball breaks. Now it breaks back to Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns hits it in high. Into JJ Coffey and where his brother Mike is inside. Mike breaks it down. The ball is on the ground and it's cleared out by Ballyduff, and Ballyduff centre field Sean Casey clears the ball down this far wing. Ronan Gleeson caught, and it's number 13 for Ballyduff, and it's a goal for Ballyduff, and it was Mikey Kearney. Yes, Mikey Kearney, should have known. Mikey Kearney scored 2-10 against Ballymena. So a bad start for St Mary's. The start that they didn't want to concede an early goal, but no doubt they'll rally back. A high puck ball again out by Garrod, and it's a free and a push in the back there. A push in the back, says the referee Tig Tobin, and pushed. Owen Kearns fouled, and I think the Seamus Hannon is number 7 that fouled there. So it's a free in for St Mary's. Owen Kearns about 45 yards out, a little bit to the left of post. So just to keep the scoreboard ticking over, very, very important free after that heartbreak of a goal conceded by St Mary's. So Owen Kearns, he bends, he lifts, he strikes, and it's over the bar. Same result, 2 points for St Mary's, a goal for Ballyduff. And a quick puck out comes to number 5, Jamie Kearney. But Jamie, the Ballyduff goalie, was Tig Tobin having the whistle blown. He must retake the puck out, and the ball breaks amongst Sean Fitz and Kevin Casey, and the ball is on the ground, and it's Kevin Sheehan wins it. Kevin Sheehan hits it in high again. Mike, it's broke between Shamie Hannon and Mike Kearns. But it's Michael McCormick. Shamie Hannon back to Mike McCormick. Mike McCormick half blocked down, comes to Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns hits it high, and is this the equaliser? Unfortunately, I don't think the umpire is going to go for the line. It's the first wide for St Mary's. 2 points for St. Mary's, 3 minutes 41 seconds on the clock. 1 goal for Ballyduff, and obviously Ballyduff, their homework done. They're going for the quick puck outs. They're finding a man each time. Number 12, Sean Casey hits it high from way out the field, and it's over the bar. Sean Casey from Ballyduff. His father Mossy, a stalwart. His brother Andrew on the team for Ballyduff. 1-2 Fitzgibbons with UCC. Puck out coming to Kevin Sheehan, but again it's broken, and it's number 12 for Ballyduff, and number 12 for Ballyduff is Conor Murray. Conor Murray originally from Capaquin. Going through again is Ballyduff, and it's number 17. Another goal. Sean Hickey. Obviously Sean Hickey started for Ballyduff. They didn't get it. Another goal for Ballyduff. Sean Hickey registers that goal for Ballyduff. So it's Ballyduff 2-1. St. Mary's 2 points. What a disastrous start for St. Mary's, conceding those 2 early goals. Garrod Hanlon with the puck out. Way out the field. I caught it wonderfully by Owen Kearns. Hits in high. And again, it looks like it's tailing to the left and wide. Yes, it's gone wide. And where's the team? I called out the team from. Puck out from Garrod Hanlon. Down along between, patted down by Dermot Tobin. Only comes as far as David Condon. Comes to number 10. Again, Sean Casey from way out the field. And Sean Casey this time heads it wide. Again, St. Mary's just not up to the pace of the game as yet. Those 2 killer blows, those 2 sucker blows of goals. 5 minutes on the board. Ballyduff 2-1. Showing their senior experience there earlier on. Going for the juggler earlier on. If St. Mary's can stem the tide, and the ball broken down to Dermot Tobin. Dermot Tobin from way out the field, and Dermot Tobin high, and it looks like he's gone wide. Again, another wide for St. Mary's. Gone to the left, and Ballyduff again with the quick puck out, and it's something St. Mary's broke down by Sean Condon. It's something that St. Mary's will have to get in tow. That's the 4th puck out, and Kevin Sheehan from open play, and Kevin Sheehan from open play registered a point for St. Mary's. But St. Mary's will have to do some of these quick puck outs. Here we have again number 12 for Ballyduff, Conor Murray, totally loose. He's way on his own 45. He hits it to the right and wide. But St. Mary's are going to have to get on top of the quick puck out from Ballyduff. It's something that they mustn't see here on the line. That's the 5th quick puck out in a row, won by their own team, by Ballyduff. So Garrod Hanlon with the puck out. Good long puck out for Garrod Hanlon. Good. Owen Kearns gone to this side of the field, and it's won by Ringo Kearney, and the ball is broken to the ground, and it's Sean David Condon from way out the field, and David Condon from open play. Is that just it's gone? I think it's gone wide. Another wide for St. Mary's. Again doing open play, a quick puck out again for Ballyduff, and Dermot Tobin and Sean Hickey gone away from him, and it looks like it's going to the right and wide. Ballyduff surely taking every fast puck out, taking no time for St. Mary's to settle at all. Just showing that senior experience. So it's Garrod Hanlon with the puck out for St. Mary's. Garrod Hanlon out here to the right hand side. It breaks between Seamus Hannon. Seamus Hannon was a member of this Ballyduff team that played St. Mary's 15 years ago. 5 players playing today that played 15 years ago. For St. Mary's with Dennis Coffey, JG Coffey and Jack Power. For Ballyduff you had Jamie Kearney and Seamus Hannon. Seamus Hannon winning the free there. So Mikey Kearney come way out the field, back in his own 65-yard line. Mikey Kearney won minor and under 21 All-Irelands with Waterford. On the Waterford panel presently. His brother Pay was on the Waterford panel, also been a great manager of club teams around the countries. So Mikey Kearney hits it high and it's over the bar. So it's 7 minutes, we're just 8 minutes played. St. Mary's 3 points, Ballyduff 2-2. So it's 8 points to 3. So Garrod Hanlon down the far wing. Ball breaks between Kevin Sheehan and Sean Fitz, and both David Condon, and David Condon hits it in high. David hits it high, and there's Mike Kearns and the goalie Mike McCormick. Mike Kearns deemed to have fouled, soft enough now, but deemed to have fouled, and it's a free out. And again the quick free comes to Shane Hannon, the centre back, and Shane Hannon, and the ball breaks, and it's JJ Coffey. JJ Coffey flicks it out to Kevin Sheehan. and Kevin Sheehan hits it over the bar. Great score. Great work there for the St. Mary's players. Involved there, you had Ronan Gleeson, you had JJ Coffey, you had Jason Sheehan out to Kevin, and again the quick puck out. But this time Brendan McCourty reaches it well, and Brendan McCourty centre half back for St. Mary's. They've in a high ball. Down on top of Mikey Kearns and the fullback Oran Leamy. Oran Leamy, of course, his son Keane, his brother Keane was on that minor team of 2016 that won the minor hurling, or 13 that won the minor hurling All Ireland. Cleared away by number 8 for Sean Casey. Sean Casey down along, and it's Jack Skane, and Jack holds off the man well, and Jack Skane didn't know, but he just, man slips inside it. It's Kevin Casey, and the ball cleared away, and it's Dermot Tobin driving Dermot Tobin up along, a great ball up to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin in loads of space from way out the field, and the ball is tailing, and it's a goal for St. Mary's. Big Mike Kearns have the ball in the back of the net. A goal. Great play there for St. Mary's. A lovely goal. Let's flick on for Mike Kearns. So it's St. Mary's 1-4, Ballyduff 2-2. And the ball slips in. Brendan McCourty going for it. Oh, one hand. Missed the pick. He's coming out of it. David Condon is here loose. David Condon drives it way up the field. Jack Power goes for his first ball, and the ball broke away. And it's Sean Casey out to number 12, Conor Murray. And Fenton Murray, 50, well brought down by Ronan Gleeson. Fenton Murray there, and Fenton Murray fouls, and that's the St. Mary's just getting the grips of this game. You just feel that they would be up for this challenge here today. St. Mary's 1-4, Ballyduff 2-2, 10 minutes on the clock. Great bit of play there by Ronan Gleeson. Sean Fitz with the free. And again, the tactic they would hit it in high on top of Mike Kearns and watch the breaks inside. It's Sean Fitzpatrick with the free. He bends, he lifts, he hits it in. He's finding Kevin Sheehan. And Kevin hits it high. And Kevin, is it the equaliser? Yes, equaliser. Scores are level. 4 minutes go. Ballyduff had an 8-point lead. The scores are now level. Ballyduff 2-2. St. Mary's 1-5. 11 minutes on the clock. A great score. Great free by Sean Fitzpatrick to find Kevin Sheehan up the far wing. And the ball is, and again, it's Ballyduff wins it. Number 12 for Ballyduff is Conor Murray. Conor Murray out to number 10. And that's wide. And it's Andrew Casey. Andrew Casey's ball has gone wide. And you would feel that St. Mary's are well time up for this. And St. Mary's penalised for what Ballyduff were penalised earlier on. The whistle wasn't blown, and the puck out must be retaken. So it's Garrod Halland with the puck out. 11 minutes on the clock. Ballyduff 2-2. St. Mary's 1-5. A big challenge for the Turnina-based club here today. Ballyduff senior experience up against the junior champions of 2019. And what a campaign they had in 2019, going on to contest the Munster final. And the ball breaks between Owen Kearns and Seamus Hannon, and it's won by Ringo Kearney. Ringo Kearney drives in again on top of Kevin Sheehan. This is where St. Mary's are trying, and Jack Power broke it down well, but it's coming away from Ballyduff. Ballyduff's number 5 there was Jamie Kearney. Jamie Kearney to number 12 is Conor Murray. Conor Murray from way out the field, half locked down. Comes to Brendan McCourty. Brendan McCourty gets clears. Back to Dennis Coffey. The stalwart of St. Mary's. Dennis Coffey out again to Ringo Kearney. Oh, miss right there. Ringo won't accept it. And again, it's number 10. It's Andrew Casey to Shamey Hannon. And Shamey Hannon into Ballyduff's Conor Murray. Conor Murray being policed by Sean Fitz. And again, St. Mary's put on extra pressure. And it's Seamus Hannon, and great defending by St. Mary's, and the ball has gone wide. So at this stage we have wides for St. Mary's. St. Mary's on 4 wides and Ballyduff on 6 wides. So 12 minutes to play. We'll soon have the water break. Now I'll need a water break myself the way things are going here. St. Mary's 1-5, Ballyduff 2-2. What an enthralling game of hurling we have had so far. Ballyduff going into an 8-point lead. St. Mary's coming back level, and it's broke down by JJ Coffey. Owen Kearns just missed the puck out, but there's no doubt they'll fight back. Shamey Hannon across the field, and it's number 17 Sean Hickey, and it breaks to number 13 Mikey Kearney, the danger man. Got 2-10 against Ballymena. Mikey Kearney again swings it high and over the bar. Definitely the danger man for Ballyduff. Scored 2-10 against Ballymena 2 weeks ago. A game that where Ballyduff were way down and came back, outscored Ballymena by 3-12 to 1-6 in the last 40 minutes of that game. So the ball the far side of the field, and it comes again to Mikey Kearney, and McGorty throws his body on the line, but Mikey Kearney wins the break. Mikey Kearney wins, and Dennis Coffey, and it's gone into the net. Oh dear, oh dear! It just gone into the corner net. One of those misfortunate strikes. Ballyduff 3-3. Mikey Kearney, Brendan McGorty broke it, but Mikey Kearney was the quickest on the break. What a misfortune! What a misfortunate goal after St Mary's coming back into the proceedings. Brendan McGorty back to from the puck, back to Dennis Coffey. Dennis Coffey busts out it. The stalwart for St Mary's. Well won by Owen Kearns. Well won by Owen Kearns. And definitely fouled. It's a line ball for St Mary's. Has to be Mary's ball. That went off Shamey Hannon. A line ball for St Mary's. Owen Kearns to take the line ball. And it's gone in high. It's one inside, broke away by Jack Power. Jack Power and this Shamey Hannon. And Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns. And back to Ringo. Ringo leaves it in high, in top of Mikey Kearns and Oren Levy. And Mikey Kearns and Oren Levy. And it's Mikey Kearns, I think, has the ball. He's definitely fouled. A free in. Definitely fouled. Used his strength there. Owen Levy broke it away, but Mike Kearns definitely fouled and a free in just to keep St Mary's, keep the scoreboard ticking over. Definitely after this, we will be having the water break. And with the new COVID-19 restrictions this year, there's a water break after 15 minutes in each half. Crowds restricted to the games, but we're looking to be playing any games at all. So Owen Kearns walks over, takes his time. 15 minutes on the clock. St Mary's 1-5, Ballyduff 3-3. That's 12 points to 8. After Ballyduff racing to an 8-point lead, St Mary's came back level. So yes, I hear Declan Fitz and Dan Shannon shouting for the lads to get the water ready. They're expecting the water break after this. So Owen Kearns to put this hopefully between the posts for the St Mary's sides. The underdogs. Yes, and it's so there's after 15 minutes of play, we will have the water break. It's St Mary's 1-6, Ballyduff 3-3. St Mary's giving everything here today. Ballyduff raging hot favourites to win the championship from the start of the year. When the teams were ranked in the West at the start of the year, Ballyduff were ranked number 1. St Mary's were ranked number 10. They pitted here today in the quarter final. First 15 minutes, only 3 points between them. When they played last 15 years ago, the only meeting between the two clubs, it was played in Lismore venue in Intermediate Hurling in 2005. On that occasion, St Mary's led at the break, but Ballyduff went on to win it by 6 points. Ballyduff went on to win the Intermediate Hurling the same year. 2 years later, won the senior. So what a warm day it is out there. It will definitely come down to fitness and down to use of subs in the second half. On that day, 15 years ago, for St Mary's, Jack Power lined out, JG Coffey lined out, Dennis Coffey lined out. For Ballyduff, Shamey Hannon and Jamie Kearney lined out. 50 great, all those lads giving great service to the clubs, for both clubs. Ballyduff, a renowned hurling club, very, very proud club, have won senior, intermediate and junior titles over the years. No doubt their ambition this year was to go 1 year intermediate and back up to senior. But St Mary's are hoping to put a stop to that. So at 15 minutes gone, it's St Mary's 1-6, Ballyduff 3-3. Where's my water? Jeez, Joe, I'm sweating more than player. That goal is a killer, isn't it? Yeah, good flick though. Good flick. Huh? My flick it in. Is that off of it? For the game will resume with a puck out for Ballyduff, and it's won over in the far wing by Kevin Sheehan. Kevin Sheehan misjudged the pass. St Mary's, it's Mikey Kearney running for it, and it looks like, yes, Cronin Gleeson probably, or knows it Dennis, both have the same stature there, but it's a free in regardless, a free in for Ballyduff. free in for Ballyduff. Mikey Kearney, what a hurler. 2 All-Ireland pockets, All-Ireland medals in his pocket. Minor and under 21. A great player for underage for Waterford, given great service to underage Waterford hurling over the years, and no doubt to his native club Ballyduff. So Mikey lifts and strikes, and Mikey, it's the same result when Mikey Kearney gets a free. So it's Ballyduff 3-4, St Mary's 1-6. So Garrod Halnan with the puck out. Garrod comes down here this right wing. And Mike Kearns and Shamey Hannon again. And the ball broke by Shamey Hannon. But this time Sean Fitz is quickest to react. Sean Fitz back to Brendan McGorty. Brendan McGorty leaves it in high, top of Jack Power and Shane Kearney. But the ball is cleared away by Shane Hannon. Locked down by Jack. Hint of a free there. Number 8, Shane Casey. Did he hold on too long? But Owen Kearns, what a engine Owen this man is. And the ball is broke down. And I don't know. No one knows what way it's going, but it's going to be a throw in. The linesman is speaking with the referee. It looks like it's going to be a throw in. Stalemate there with that line ball. It's very important for St Mary's to stay in this game to get the next score here. So the ball, Owen Kearns standing back watching the break. Mike Kearns had to come down from goal. St Mary's have no one in full forward now at the moment. And the ball is won. Oh, and it's a free, and Jack Power, I didn't see what happened there, but Jack Power being spoken to. So it's a free out for Ballyduff. And Jack acknowledges he did something wrong because he's just patting the player on the back there. So it's a free out for Ballyduff. Jack, yes, definitely a yellow card for Jack Power. A yellow card, not a dirty player in any means. Definitely not a dirty player. So I would say total accidental there from Jack Power in the spirit of things. And Shane Kearney down injured at the moment. Huh? We've sound issues here, I believe, but we'll be coming back soon. That our technical team here behind us will be looking after that. Or maybe it's my own voice has gone. 15 minutes talking there in the first half. And it's a free out, and it's Mikey Kearney back in his own 45-yard line with this free. Mikey Kearney lifts it and over the far wing where Dermot Tobin broke away by Dermot Tobin, and Kevin Sheehan wins it, and Kevin Sheehan goes through. What a man takes so much hardship every game in the top of Mike Kearns, and Mike Kearns broken and is coming away. Ball broke, but no one dared to watch the break. 2 Ballyduff men there, and the ball cleared down way down the field, and Brendan McGorty misjudges the flight of the ball, and Dennis Coffey comes away with it, and Dennis have Sean Fitz on him, and the ball breaks to the ground. Aidan Kearney back minding the house for St Mary's, and it's and Mikey Kearney gets the pass from what a score. Mikey Kearney from Andrew Casey. Andrew Casey won that melee again. Ballyduff shown their senior experience there. Just out-muscled St Mary's in that ruck there. And the ball broke to Andrew Casey. And Mikey Kearney, again the danger man. And Mikey Kearney at this stage have 2-6. I think he have 2-6. And Kevin Sheehan, well won there by Kevin Sheehan. And Kevin Sheehan hits it high and over the bar. A great response there from the Marys. Garrod finding Kevin Sheehan. Kevin Sheehan, since the switch to half forward line, has really changed this team. David Condon going centre field. Make the big difference in that switch last week. And again, broken down by Kevin, but unfortunately was not able to. And Dermot Tobin cuts it off. Hits it. And Dermot was... the option there would have been definitely into Mike. You know, it seems to be not paying off this. And centre half back, and it's over the bar for Shane Kearney. A ball probably should be sent up the field into Mike Kearns. But anyway, we're back with Garrod Halnan with the puck out. 20 minutes, 3-6, 1-7, 5-point game. Ballyduff's favour. Garrod Halnan. And the ball breaks, and Sean Fitz is first to react. Sean Fitzpatrick. Back out to Jack Skane. Jack Skane back to Sean Fitzpatrick. Sean Fitzpatrick in the danger area, and the ball breaks inside, and it's Mike Kearns gets in his body, and it's Jack Power. Jack Power to JJ Coffey, and what a score by St Mary's. That's it, first time hurling from St Mary's into the danger area. Ball breaks and over the bar. 3-6-1-8. Definitely St. Mary's not going away. They're relishing the challenge here today. After conceding early goals, they're still fighting for as their lives depend on it. And that's definitely St. Mary's ball, but it's going to Ballyduff. Definitely St. Mary's ball. It's definitely St. Mary's ball, but the linesman is giving it to Ballyduff. He's definitely will do. Referee overturned it. The referee don't know. He didn't see it going out. It definitely went off the Ballyduff player last, but Ballyduff are getting the call in this stage. There, the calls can be so vital at times, but the ball going to Ballyduff, and it's Fenton Murray standing over it. And there's always calls, I suppose, they don't be on purpose, but it can be often given the wrong way. And the ball breaks to Aidan Kearney and Andrew Casey. And it's Ringo clears it. And Owen Kearns, Ron Kearns, what was wrong with that? Referee, 2 yards. Owen Kearns, when the free must be retaken. And St. Mary's would love now just to hold it to half time, not to leave Ballyduff go further ahead, get the break, get in the water, get the words of encouragement. But Maurice Geary will be encouraging his Ballyduff side to press on and go for the juggler. And this are these 2 yards going to make a difference? But anyway, Brendan McGorty must go back with the free. All this came from the one wrong call there from the linesman. But St. Mary's now have the free. Brendan McGorty. He bends, he lifts, he strikes up along the right wing, and busting out is the big Mike Kearns. Mike Kearns has it in his hand. Mike Kearns, he's going through. Mike Kearns takes his shot, and this ball is saved. And they're saved anyway there for the break. And Ballyduff again, first to the break, and the ball is cleared out by Aidan Kearney. And Aidan Kearney, well read there by Kevin Casey. And Fenton Murray wins the break inside, and Ballyduff going through, and Mikey Kearney again, and another goal. Oh, what a heartbreak for St. Mary's. All from a missed pass from midfield. 4-6 Ballyduff, 1-8. And it's the simple mistakes, just those simple mistakes, the simple errors are just crucifying St. Mary's at the moment. And the ball broke out, and Kevin Sheehan and Dermot Tobin and Sean Hickey and Dermot Tobin not fast enough. Sean, and another point. Yes, they're quicker to react. Ballyduff, definitely all the breaking balls quicker to react. And it's at this stage, Mikey Kearney has scored 3-4 out of the 4-7. Mikey Kearney of 3-4 out of the 4-7 for Ballyduff. And Jack Power wins it. And Jack Power gives it away to Andrew Casey. And Andrew Casey to Fenton Murray. And Fenton Murray in to full forward Dennis McDonough. And Dennis McDonough's shot is high and it's gone wide. It's high and wide. So a goal blitz by Ballyduff in the first half. 4-7. St. Mary's 1-8. The winners of this game will take on the Shamrocks next weekend in the semi-final. In the other semi-final, we have Clashmore playing on Ryan. So what a festival of hurling we have. And the ball breaks. And again, will the linesman give it to St. Mary's this time? Yes, he will. Mikey Kearney again proving to be the thorn in the side. Scored 2-10 against Ballinamila. Have already scored 3-4 here today. And he's just, his class is just the difference between the two sides at the moment. And the ball breaks back, and that's the St. Mary's ball. And Owen Kearns with the puck out. Sorry, Owen Kearns with the line ball. What a body blow of goals they have been for St. Mary's. Ballyduff 4-7, St. Mary's 1-8. And the ball, not at West One by the Mike's work out, okay. And then in and top. And Ballyduff playing the sweeper there, the hold, and it's just cutting it off. And the ball breaks to Seamus Hannon. Seamus Hannon finds Kevin Casey, and Kevin Casey out to centre back Shane Hannon, and Shane Hannon hits it high and hits it over the bar. And right now Ballyduff just getting well on top. That last sucker punch of a goal just seemed to have deflated St. Mary's somewhat. 4 minutes to half time. It's now a 9-point game. Ballyduff went 8 up. St. Mary's Brown back level, but Ballyduff got 9 up. And Owen Kearns winning that. And Owen Kearns gets the free. Owen Kearns have already scored all whatever frees he have taken. I think he have 3 points on the board. Yes, Owen Kearns have 3 frees scored, and he's going for his 4th. And Owen Kearns just inside the 65-yard line. He bends, he lifts, and he strikes. And the ball has gone high and it's gone over the bar. The same result for the Mary's sharpshooter, Owen Kearns. And it's sent, and again the quick puck out from Ballyduff. And this time taken before the whistle was blown. So 27 minutes on the clock. 4-8 to 1-9. A good game of hurling. St. Mary's given as good as they can get to Ballyduff, but that bit of extra experience, I suppose, just the difference. That one man, Mikey Kearney, who will no doubt be over the years to come will be torment many of the club. And the ball breaks back, and it's Dennis Coffey first to react, and Dennis Coffey flicks it out to Dermot Tobin. Dermot Tobin hits it high, straight, that's down the juggler, and that's the place for it every time for St. Mary's. And Mike Kearns definitely fouled. Come on, referee. Definite free there for St. Mary's, not given. Hurley pulled out of his hand. The ball cleared to Shane Hannon, and Shane Hannon comes away with from Ballyduff. Hand passes down, and Sean loose, Dermot Tobin miles off his man, and the ball broke out to Fenton Murray, and Fenton Murray hits it in high, and Dennis Coffey, another goal, and the ball just broke badly inside. Mikey Kearney, 4-4 for Mikey Kearney, 5-8 for Ballyduff, 1-9 for St. Mary's. Actually, I think it's actually Sean Fitzpatrick's gone back full back. Yes, sorry, to Sean Fitzpatrick. He had the same colour helmet as Dennis. That was Sean Fitzpatrick, not Dennis Coffey. And the ball cleared by Aidan Kearney. And again, Ballyduff just... So St. Mary's changing the markers on Mikey Kearney. And it's number 12, Conor Murray. And Conor Murray hits it high and over the bar. So Ballyduff got into a 12-point lead. Ballyduff 5-9. St. Mary's 1-9. So Ballyduff with the sweeper, just every break. Kevin Sheehan and 3 Ballyduff players, anyone there to give him assistance. And Kevin Sheehan is still trying to fight for it under, and again Ballyduff comes out at the melee with the ball, and that's showing that bit of experience inside. And again it's Mikey Kearney, and it's broken, and it's Jack Skane comes away with it, and Jack Skane clears the ball to Brendan McGorty, and Brendan McGorty out to Dermot Tobin, and Dermot Tobin. A lovely ball up the wing to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin Sheehan, way out the field. A high ball in on top of the goal. And it's a free where the ball lands, or it's a free out. A free out. Mike Kearns deemed to be holding, I think. Yes, it's a free out. So another decision, I suppose, going against the St. Mary's side. And it's a free out, and it's Michael McCormick. Michael McCormick, a Moore Park supervisor, works in Moore Park in the ball broke by Sean Fitz, and won well by Sean Fitz there. And he has had no option. Well done there by Jackson. Nice combined play by St. Mary's. And Brendan McGorty again in on top of Mike Kearns. And Mike Kearns flicks it in. And just across the face of the goal. And those lucky breaks just not going the St. Mary's way. That look, it could just have gone any place. And that goal would have given a little bit of a lifeline. And St. Mary's 2 men loose here over the far wing. And it's gone wide. And it's gone wide. And that was number 17 for Sean Hickey. Sean Hickey, and the St. Mary's just 2 men loose there and the ball broke. And Garrod Hallan with the puck out. And again, look, say the sweeper here, I don't know what we're at the moment. And again, the loose man for Ballyduff. And it's number 17, Sean Hickey, totally loose, unmarked, and over the bar. And it's Ballyduff 5-10, St. Mary's 1-9. So we're approaching the half-time whistle. And St. Mary's completely have lost their shape at the moment. And it's a free in for St. Mary's. Free in for St. Mary's. And the sweeper there for Ballyduff, just cleaning ball after ball. And you don't know how do you counteract the sweeper, but it's definitely working there for Ballyduff there today. So it's Owen Kearns again with the free. He bends, he lifts, and the ball breaks. Oh, JJ and Jason just calls wrong, and Jason, and the ball breaks out, and it's well done by Jack Power there. He got in the body again, but the ball breaks again, and it's half time. And the ball breaks, and it's half time. And at half time here in Fraher Field, a huge lead for the Ballyduff side. Ballyduff 5 goals and 10 points. That's 25 points. St. Mary's 1 goal and 9. That's 12 points. So join us after the break for the second half. Right, Keane, from the half. The goals are killer. And the game, the second half here in Fraher Field has started, and the ball is won by number 11 for Ballyduff, and the ball breaks, and it's Jack Power was over the ball, and Jack Power wins it well. Jack Power flicks it back. Killian Tobin gone on in replace of Jason Sheen at half time, and the ball broke down by Mikey Kearns, and it's JJ Coffey. The ball is breaking, and will St. Mary's come out with one. It's on the ground. It's Mikey Kearns, and Mikey Kearns is fouled, and it's a free in for St. Mary's to register the first score of the second half. It's a change there at half time for St. Mary's. Number 21, Killian Tobin. Killian, of course, was on that county final winning team of last year. Replaces Jason Sheehan. Killian's gone centre field with Sean Condon. With David Condon. And Owen Kearns. And Owen Kearns hits it high and over the bar. So it's Ballyduff 5-10, St. Mary's 1-10. And in the inside line now, St. Mary's have JJ Coffey, Owen Kearns and Mike Kearns. Brendan McGorty gone up half forward. Centre back is gone back. Centre back is Sean Fitzpatrick. And the ball breaks between Ronan Gleeson, and it's first again. It's Sean Hickey, fastest to react, and followed by Dermot Tobin, and he missed the two of them. Miss Sean Fitz and Dermot, and he sides past both of them and gone over the bar. And the puck out from Garrod Hallinan. And Dermot Tobin being switched with Aidan Carney. Aidan Carney going to pick up Ballyduff's number 17, Sean Hickey. And down for St. Mary's is Sean Fitzpatrick, looking for attention there. And it's a puck out for St. Mary's. Ballyduff leading 5-11 to 1-10. And Sean picks himself up. And the puck out comes from Garrod Hallinan. All went up, and the ball bypasses them all, and it comes to Ballyduff's Jamie Kearney. Jamie Kearney across the field. Jamie Kearney to Sean Casey, and Sean Casey being followed by Kevin Sheehan. Well robbed by Kevin Sheehan. A great steal there by Kevin Sheehan, and the ball is broken down. It will be a tremendous score for St. Mary's, but the ball was won back by Ballyduff. He actually threw that ball up and caught it. It should have been the free in, but it's number 4 for Ballyduff, Shane Hannon, and Shane Hannon back to the full back, and Ornan Lilly and Brendan McGorty. Brendan McGorty picks it up, takes his shot, and it's gone wide. Oh dear, it's gone wide. St. Mary's, a great attack, a great block down, and again the quick puck out again, and it's Fenton Murray again forming, and the ball breaks to Sean Casey again, and Sean Casey to Conor Murray, and Conor Murray from way out the field, and that looks like it's going right and wide. No, it's gone over the bar. I actually thought it's gone wide. I thought the umpires were going for right and wide, and Garrod Hallinan with the puck out. Puck out down on top of Owen Kearns and Seamus Daly. Won by Owen Kearns. What a catch! And if that wasn't the free, I don't know what to say. When he's broke in, and it's Brendan McGorty. Oh, missed the pick. The pass just didn't go to hand, and it's won back by McGorty again. McGorty to Jack Power, and it's Seamus Hannon. Seamus Hannon has the ball. The stalwart for Ballyduff. One intermediate in 2005, one senior in 2007. His father stalwart of the Ballyduff J Club. And it's going to be a throw in. A throw in there for... yes, and in there Jack Power and Conor Murray, and the ball breaks. And again, Ballyduff come out with this. And that's Kevin Sheehan. And the ball breaks to Kevin. Kevin just cannot get the ball up as hard as he may try. And it's Jason Sheehan. JJ Coffey. And JJ Coffey to Brendan McGorty, and again the ball has gone wide. A wide ball, another wide for St. Mary's. And again, look, the running off the ball from Ballyduff, and the ball breaks, and well caught by Dermot Tobin. Flicks it back to Ringo Kearney. Ringo Kearney leaves it down along the side to Owen Kearns. What a battle these two are having. Owen Kearns and Seamus Hannon. What a battle they're having there on that side. And the ball into space again. And Ballyduff finding that space all day. And it's Mikey Kearney, the danger man. Mikey Kearney from takes his shot, and same result from Mikey Kearney. It's definitely the Mikey Kearney show here today. 4-5 out of the 5-12 from Mikey Kearney. What a return from the Ballyduff genius there, and it's Garrod Halland. Garrod Halland down again on top of Owen Kearns, and this time it's won by the Ballyduff centre half back Jamie Kearney. Jamie Kearney, and Jamie again, member of that 2005 Intermediate County Champions team from Ballyduff. It's a line ball. The line ball is for St. Mary's. And the line ball is going to be taken by Jack Skane. And Jack Skane, and it was batted out by Ronan Gleeson, and it's reversed now. It's a line ball for Ballyduff. And Ballyduff, Andrew Casey over the ball. At the moment, Morris Geary, the happier on the sideline. His side 5-12 to 110. His side, the firm favourites to win this championship this year. Go straight back up senior as they did. And it's ball is broke, and it's won inside by Ronan Gleeson. Ronan Gleeson to Kevin Sheehan. Kevin Sheehan just hooked. But again, the hard worker he is, he beats two of them, and the ball is on the ground, and Ronan Gleeson, and it's Sean Fitzpatrick getting in their bodies, and it's number 7, Sean Hickey for Ballyduff, and the ball breaks, and it's Dennis Coffey to Jack Skane. Jack Skane busts out it. Jack Skane finds Kevin Sheehan. Good relieving play there by St. Mary's, and St. Mary's catch Mikey Kearns. You'd love to see him getting in his hand, and it's gone wide. Oh dear, it could have just gone into. It's great play by Mike Kearns. It just proves that he has the measure of his men, and 2 Ballyduff men loose, and it's Ronan Gleeson, quickest to react, and Ronan Gleeson, great tenacious play, but again the loose man is up here, and it's Fenton Murray holds on to it a bit long, but he's left get away with it, and the ball is gone in high, and it's gone to the left and wide. On the left and wide there by Andrew Casey from Ballyduff. So if St. Mary's could just raise the tempo another notch for the next 5 to 10 minutes. And the ball from Garrod is broken, and it's Shane Kearney. Shane Kearney gives it to still Shane Kearney. Shane Kearney, and Dennis into Mikey Kearney again, and Mikey tries to round Dennis, the old stalwart for St. Mary's, and he overplays the ball, but caught inside. Well done by Garrod. A dangerous ball. A high, good relieving clearance down the top of Seamus Hannon and Owen Kearns. What a battle these two are having. And this one won by Owen Kearns. It's like every second ball. 2 great men in the air, and Owen blocked down, and no help. No one showing for a bit of help. Owen, no one there to give the pass to, and he gets the free in. Owen got no support whatsoever there, and he won a great ball. Himself and Seamus Hannon having some battle there. Every second ball, 2 great hurlers, 2 great men to field the high ball. And it's a free in for St. Mary's, and it's Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns again, and it looks like Dean Carroll is warming up for St. Mary's. Ballyduff haven't yet to bring on a substitute. A very warm day. The temperature's over 20 degrees here at Fraher Field. So Owen Kearns to narrow the gap. And Owen Kearns hits it high and over the bar. The same result from Kearns. What a game he's having. He's just absolutely outstanding. And St. Mary's are bringing on a sub. St. Mary's are bringing on, and it's Jack Powers being replaced, I think. Jack Powers coming ashore. Jack gave it his all. Jack, a player that played there 15 years ago for the club against the same opposition in 2005. It's Dean Carroll, young Dean Carroll. Dean Carroll, who came on the last 2 occasions, got a score each day. Hopefully he'll get a couple of scores here today. Again, it's broken down by Ronan Gleeson and Fenton Murray. And Sean just giving him a bit. I didn't see too much there now. It looked like a shoulder, but the Ballyduff player went down rather gingerly, very easy went down, but he hopped up. The minute he got the free, he hopped back up on his feet. Very, very soft free there for Ballyduff, no doubt. But it's Mikey Kearney. Mikey Kearney comes out and take the free for Ballyduff. In fairness to St. Mary's, they're not giving away a huge amount of scoreable frees. I think this is only his 2nd or 3rd scoreable free. So it's Mikey Kearney between the 45 and the 65, near the sideline, nearer to 65 than it is to the 45. Mikey Kearney, 4-5 registered already here today for Ballyduff. He bends, he lifts, and it's going to the left. It's going to the left and wide. It's okay. That's the right place for it there. It's going left and wide. Ballyduff still remains well in front, and it's Aidan Kearney way down the field, and the ball breaks inside to Brendan McGorty. Brendan McGorty misses out to wide, just missed a pull. Oh, what a chance of a goal there for St. Mary's. Just missed the connection. It looks like he changed his mind at the last second, but it just shows that St. Mary's are still getting the chances. If St. Mary's got a goal or two, they will fight to the bitter end. There is no doubt about that. They will not throw in the towel. When you consider the quality of the team they're playing, and the ball is won at midfield by number 12 for Conor Murray, and Conor Murray, and it's Dennis, and yes, I suppose that was probably a free in, but for again Mikey Kearney. And what a miss that was for St. Mary's. A goal they so badly need. For the effort alone they're putting in here today, there's no way that they deserve to be maybe 12 or 13 points down at this stage. Giving as good as they got, but just those goals, those sucker punch scores for Ballyduff. So it's Mikey Kearney. Mikey Kearney again, the sharpshooter for Ballyduff. Mikey Kearney bends, he lifts, he hit the last one wide, but he makes no mistake this time, and it's gone over the bar, increasing Ballyduff's lead. 5-13, St. Mary's 1-11. So it's Garrod Halloran with the puck out. Again, will he hit it top down on top of Owen Kearns? And no, he's gone straight down the middle this time. And it's Brendan McGorty. Brendan McGorty, and the ball broke and it's Kevin Sheehan, but the ball breaks, and it's Dean Carroll, and it's Dean Carroll and Jamie Kearney. And the ball, and ball comes away this time, and a free in by Kevin Sheehan. What a game Kevin Sheehan is having. Outstanding there. The partnership he puts up in each game. A great player for St. Mary's. And that's what St. Mary's need. The big guys like that to stand up. A great win there by Kevin Sheehan. And it's very vital to win those rucks. And it's Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns again, another top player for St. Mary's here today. Missed no free so far. Having a great duel there with Shamey Hannon. Shamey Hannon, of course, son of the great Shamey, who played for Waterford for many, many years. And Owen Kearns, same result, and it's over the bar for St. Mary's. And Ballyduff, 5-13. St. Mary's 1-12. 12 when it's gone in the second half, and it's Michael McCormick with the puck out, and again it is Conor Murray, just small bit, and well blocked down by Mike Kearns, and well won back by Mike Kearns. Well won back by Mike Kearns. St. Mary's will bring Mike Kearns way out the field. That will be some score from the big Mike Kearns. That is a great score by the big Mike Kearns. Blocked it down, won the break, and over the bar, all from the other 65. A great score. So Mike Kearns gone out. It looks like Brendan McGorty's gone in full forward. Change of tactics there for St. Mary's. So it's 5-13, 1-13. And the ball breaks again, and it's on the ground, and it's Kevin Casey to Shane Kearney, and Shane Kearney, just like Mike Kearns from way out the field, just counteracts the Mike Kearns score straight away. Again, the breaking ball there, Ballyduff first react to that breaking ball. And it's ball breaks inside, and it's Brendan McGorty, and with the ball won, given away, and it's David Condon and Conor Murray, and it's Conor Murray out to Jamie Kearney in on top of Jack Skehan, broke down well by Jack Skehan, and it's again probably I can see this probably being thrown in eventually, and the ball Dennis comes away with it, and it's Dennis Coffey. What a stalwart Dennis have been for St. Mary's. And Dennis out to David Condon. And David Condon blocked down just a second too long on the ball there, but the ball is blocked down. He still gets the sideline. Great play there from Dennis Coffey. Dennis busting out with the ball. Dennis have given his heart to the club over the years, many years. It was great to see him winning that junior hurling county title last year. Young David Condon to take the sideline. David Condon's first year playing. He didn't reach his 18th birthday yet. David hits it, and it's one side by Dean Carroll, and it's pulled back by David Condon, and David Condon on the solo run, and David hits it high, and the ball breaks inside, and it's a 65. Yes, a 65 for St. Mary's. And it looks like we'll be coming up to the water break zone here, and it's Owen Kearns coming out to take the 65. And you know what, St. Mary's after coming well back into this game, they're holding Ballyduff score for score. It's just that goal blitz earlier on between the teams. And if Brendan McGorty's that goal had gone in, you'd never know, it could have given St. Mary's that lift they needed. But here we go, it's Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns, he bends, he lifts from the 65-yard line, And Owen Kearns flicks it in, and the ball breaks, and it's Seamus Hannon comes away with it for Ballyduff, and it's Kevin Sheehan and Andrew Casey and it's Andrew Casey wins this one, and it all breaks up, and Fenton Murray is loose again. Open spaces that Ballyduff are creating, it's unbelievable. It's really, and it's just, showing their senior class here. And Ronan Gleeson, just a hard look, just side foot and just slipped. He took a lot of steps there, but anyway, it's over the bar from Dennis McDonough, and it's over the bar. So it's a water break here, and Fraher Field, Ballyduff 5-15. That's a total of 30 points. St. Mary's 113, that's 16 points. Again, like I said, if that goal had gone in, it could have been so much different than those. But St. Mary's not throwing in the towel. Even though there is a big difference in the scoreboard, they're not throwing in the towel, giving everything they've got. Ballyduff, as I said at the start, Ballyduff favourites to win the championship. Ballyduff coached by Maurice Geary. Maurice Geary, who was a member of the Waterford backup team selected in 2008 when they got to the senior hurling All-Ireland final. Is it off, is it? Okay, we're back live here in the Fraher Field, this intermediate hurling quarter final, and it's going into the final quarter. Ballyduff 5-15, St. Mary's 113. Ballyduff has shown their senior experience here. Ballyduff who were relegated from senior last year, lost that relegation only after replay to former Water. Former Waterford on this year do very well in the senior hurling, and tonight's results, they could be in a senior hurling quarter final. So that's the opposition you're up against today. And for St. Mary's, it's a big step up, but they have done very well. They have winning last Sunday was so important, and there's a sub for St. Mary's, and we'll just follow the play, and the puck out comes, and it's broken there by Kevin Sheehan, and the ball won by David Condon. And David Condon, free in there, free in. And I think there was, yes, Keane Geary's gone on. I can't see who's gone off. JP, who came off? Keane Geary's gone on, and Dermot Tobin is off. So I don't know who's gone back, wing back. Keane Geary on for Dermot Tobin, and it's Killian Tobin, yes, gone back, wing back. So it's David Condon. And it's Owen Kearns again with the free. And Owen Kearns just outside the 45-yard line, dead straight in front of the goal. You'd expect him to put it over. Owen Kearns, did I put the commentator's course on him? Oh, it came off the post. And it's one inside. First to react is Brendan McGorty. And Brendan McGorty, yes, over the bar. Great score there by McGorty. A great score for St. Mary's. So it's one back for St. Mary's. And in fairness to the St. Mary's boys, they're not throwing in the towel. They're fighting away. That early goal blitz by Ballyduff, St. Mary's still battling away. And this is where St. Mary's have been caught, these long, quick puck outs. And again, Sean Fitz forced to react. And the ball breaks, and it's Ronan Gleeson. Ronan Gleeson, a lovely pass out to, but it's gone over the sideline. I thought it would go to hand to Kevin Sheehan, but out over the sideline. And that's just the way things are going for St. Mary's here at the moment. And, yes, it's Fenton Murray with the sideline ball. And Fenton, Kevin Casey, and it's Kevin Casey back out to Murray. And Murray from the sideline hits it high, and it's gone wide. Gone to the right and wide. So it's puck out again for Garrod Halnan. It's a puck out for Garrod Halnan. And Mike Kearns now marking Shamie Hannon now on Mike Kearns. He was not known in the first half. And well caught there by Mike Kearns. And Mike Kearns shoves off the player. And Mike Kearns hits it in high in top of his brother Owen, and that's gone wide. Unfortunately, just Owen's gone in. Owen switched with Mike there. Mike won that puck out well. And, you know, in some areas there, St. Mary's have really asked questions of Ballyduff. And, you know, that is great to see. And it's another sub for St. Mary's. And Willie Power going on. Willie Power, one of those players that played for St. Mary's again 25 years ago. And Ronan Gleeson, I think, is making way for Willie Power. So, Willie Power. And St. Mary's now calling Johnny Hearn, another stalwart of the club. So Johnny Hearn going on. And it's Ronan Gleeson coming off. And it's the puck out from Michael McCormick for Ballyduff. Michael McCormick. And it's way out the field. And again, first to react to the break is David Condon. David Condon hits it and half blocked down. No doubt Mikey Kearns will win this one. Mikey Kearns, and he just was away. And JJ Coffey. And JJ Coffey have Ringo. No, can he see him or not? He can, of course. And it's Ringo. And Ringo from way out the field. And it looks like this is going to go to the left and go wide. Yes. Unfortunately, again, just those simple things not going right for St. Mary's. But again, they're battling away. Definitely battling away, even though there's a huge scoreline between the two teams. And it's one of those days that's just made the up to class, and the ball breaks down and won by Mikey Kearns. Yes, Mikey Kearns after winning a few balls since he came out, and Mikey hits it down top of Brendan McGorty, and Brendan McGorty to Kevin Sheehan, and Kevin Sheehan with the shot, and what a save by Mike McCormick. But it was a late tackle. He was definitely fouled. Is the referee going to react? Is he just going to give the 65, or is he giving the free in? I think it should be a free in. Yes, it is a free in on the 21-yard line. There's no doubt that Owen Kearns will have to go for a goal here. It's definitely our linesman. Is it going to be 65? No, it's going to be 65. Obviously, Tig didn't see the late tackle there. The referee didn't see the late tackle there on Kevin Sheehan. So he's just given the 65. So St. Mary's battling away, definitely battling away, asking questions of this Ballyduff team. That's what you'd like to see. They're not throwing the towel. As I said, those early goals, just the difference in the team. The Mikey Kearney, 4-5, 4-6. And it's Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns have scored already today. Owen Kearns has scored 7 of the St. Mary's 114. He's going for his 8. And it's Owen Kearns from the 65-yard line, and Owen has just put it right and wide. Uncharacteristic there for Owen. And the puck out for Ballyduff will be Michael McCormick. And Ballyduff, after slowing the thing down, in the first half it was all quick puck outs. They have to slow it down completely again to suit their own standard. And it's Ringo Kearney. And Ringo busts out with the ball in the far wing. And Ringo leaves it in high, in top of McGorty. And the Ballyduff player, just number 8 there, Ballyduff, Sean Casey, son of Massey, brother of Andrew, got the vital flick to it. And well blocked down over there. And it's Kevin Sheehan, yes, and one again, and definitely fouled. Our referee was not a free. And the ball has gone in, and inside loose is Brendan McGorty. Sorry, Dean Carroll again. Is it? Yes, Dean Carroll, third day in a row coming on as a sub, third day in a row scoring a point. So probably the referee playing advantage there was Kevin Sheehan, definitely fouled. And number 9, Owen O'Brien, who did not start for Ballyduff, was replaced earlier on by Sean Hickey. So it's and Johnny Hearn coming on for St. Mary's. And coming off the Ballyduff team is number 10, Andrew Casey. Andrew Casey, yes. And Jack Skehan is coming off the St. Mary's team. And the ball breaks the whole way back. And Sean Hickey, what a turn he also have been on this for St. Mary's. And yes, that's gone over the bar. Sean Hickey has played pretty well for Ballyduff from the start. 8 minutes remaining. 5:16 to 1:15. 5:16 for Ballyduff, 1:15 for St. Mary's. Just that at times those extra bits of quality from Ballyduff, and broke in well by Killian Tobin. And Kevin Sheehan, it's just going to, and will Owen Kearns will keep it in, just gone too far. Kevin Sheehan is playing outstanding for St. Mary's, winning all those breaking balls, winning the 50-50 battles. What a stalwart he has been. What a campaigner he has been for the last number of years. And it's the Ballyduff goalie. And again, the quick puck out, and it's out to Shane Kearney. Mike McCormick out to Shane Kearney. Shane Kearney up height, Johnny Hearn, and Johnny Hearn breaks it down, and it's won back there by Killian Tobin. And Killian Tobin fouled, and a free out for St. Mary's. Free out for St. Mary's. When the sides last bet 15 years ago, John Halloran was in goal for St. Mary's. His nephew today, Garrod Halloran, is in goal. And Sean Fitzpatrick hits it high down again on top of, and it's King Geary, and the ball breaks, to Ballyduff's number 8, who is Sean Casey, and again Ballyduff gets up the ball and won back again by that Kevin Sheehan and Mike Kearns. The strength of the two. Oh, Mike and JJ not see the men inside him to pass it? He had men on this side him, but Brendan McGorty has it, and Brendan McGorty shot. Oh, what a save by Michael McCormick. Definitely a great save. And Kevin Sheehan, and it's back to Keane Geary, and it's back to McGorty again, and McGorty trying to get through, and the ball broke, and now to Mikey Kearns, and Mikey Kearns, a goal! Yes, what St. Mary's needed. Great battling qualities there for St. Mary's, and the 3 occasions Michael McCormick saved the great pass across to Mike Kearns, and Mike Kearns finished to the net. The battling spirit of St. Mary's, not throwing in the towel. A great goal by St. Mary's, asking questions of Ballyduff, and that's what you'd like. If you're going to go down fighting. Fair play to St. Mary's. They're battling back here and asking questions of Ballyduff. Ballyduff, who played senior hurling last year, beaten in a replay to come down into intermediate. St. Mary's only won the junior title last year, first title in 30 years. The ball is pucked out by Michael McCormick from Ballyduff. And St. Mary's now will see will this ignite it. But it's won by Fenton Murray, blocked by, and it's gone over the bar. A quick response for Fenton Murray. And of course, you must remember the Cappoquin club with those the Ballyduff club with Murray's from Cappoquin doing well there from today. A great engine into their team. And look who's coming on now for Ballyduff. Stephen Mallumpy. What a warrior Stephen Mallumpy has been for Ballyduff. Senior hurling selector at the moment. Have been an outstanding warrior for both Waterford and the ball broke into Owen Kearns. Owen Kearns to David Condit. David Condit up along the left wing. David Condit hits it in high. It's in low ball in front of Kevin Sheehan, and he's back down, and JJ with no hurley, and the ball is broken. Well done. And it's Keane Geary, and Keane Geary fighting away, and it's Mike Kearns, and definitely St. Mary's giving it everything, and St. Mary's. And another great save by Michael McCormick. Another great save. What a shot for Dean Carroll. Another great save. And St. Mary's throwing the kitchen sink at Ballyduff. What a performance in the second half by St. Mary's. Went 12 points down. They stayed battling away. Ballyduff not adding to it. St. Mary's just throwing the kitchen sink at it at the moment. As you'd expect. Dan Shanahan's charges haven't fired up well. And one thing about St. Mary's, whatever the final result will be here today, they will have nothing to be ashamed of. They have stood up to Ballyduff. They stood to the test of, when you compare the start of the year, first year up intermediate, Ballyduff down from senior. So it's Sean Fitzpatrick going to take this. 5:17 to 2:15. Even 5:17 is Sean Fitz, and Sean Fitz is in. Oh, it's just unfortunately, and the ball breaks to Ringo, but it's Fenton Murray again, and it's Dennis Coffey, And Dennis Coffey wins it well off Mikey Kearney. And it's Willie Power. Willie Power hits it in well, but it's cleared inside by Shane Hannon. Shane Hannon, and look, a lot of loose men over. And Stephen Malumpi and Dennis Coffey, two stalwarts. But it's Coffey this time. And Coffey fouled. Yes, Coffey fouled and a free out. Free out for St. Mary's. Stephen Malumpi, the army man from Waterford selector. The army man from Ballyduff. Gone on there, and it's Garrod Halloran, and the ball breaks down on top of Shane Kearney, and it's JJ Coffey, and JJ breaks inside, and McGorty wins it. McGorty giving his everything for St. Mary's. McGorty from Ballycurran, County Down, to Johnny Ahern, and Johnny Ahern hits it over the bar, and Johnny Ahern gets the score for St. Mary's. St. Mary's battling. They can't be faulted. St. Mary's 2:16, Ballyduff 5:17, 3 minutes on the clock. And definitely St. Mary's, a heartening performance. Kept fighting away to the bitter end. Could have got a few more scores possibly. And there's a loose man over here, and it's number 9 for Ballyduff. And he hits it to the left and wide. It's a wide ball for Ballyduff. Number 9 there was Owen O'Brien. Just got on there as the sub. Garrod Halloran down the top of Mike Kearns again. And Mike Kearns breaks it down. And the ball, fresh air, but it's Ringo. Ringo just misses to pick up for a second. The ball, it's Kevin Casey, and it's number 9, it's Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien, the fresh legs that's coming on. And Dean Carroll, and it's Seamus Hannon. And again, the loose man for Ballyduff is number 20, Steve Malumpi, who's just gone up. And it shows his strength. And blocked off well there by Keane. And yes, and they battled them up well, but possibly did foul on this occasion. And it's a free in for Ballyduff. So at the moment, Ballyduff 5:17, St. Mary's 2:16. What a battling performance. They will not be, obviously, St. Mary's will be disappointed at defeat, but they have nothing to be ashamed of. Put it up, battled, and asked questions the whole time at Ballyduff. Mikey Kearney's goal scoring spree in the first half, the difference between the sides. 5:17 to 2:16. 2:16 would win many of the game for you, but when you're playing the class of Ballyduff, unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough today. But Mikey Kearney was with the same result. Yes, and the quick pick out, and then it's Coffey, and the ball is down the field, top of JJ. JJ wins it, yes, and JJ's got from the solo run. JJ lucky enough maybe to get away with that one, but tried his heart out. No options, and Sean Fitz breaks it down, and yes, and the ball breaks, and one back by Sean Fitz, one well, but he's getting again the support is limited, and he has it, and Sean Fitz definitely fouled. Referee, what are you looking at? Oh, God's sake, referee, what are you at? Should have been definite free to St. Mary's there, definite free, but it's a free in for Ballyduff. Sean Fitzpatrick tangled up and no free. A free in and for Ballyduff. Free in for Ballyduff. And so Ballyduff, but frustration on the St. Mary's line. But look, at this stage, I suppose there's no point. It's not going to make much of a difference. But still, you'd like to get all what you earn. And definitely, Sean Fitz worked hard there, and the free given against him. A very, very unusual call. But it's Mikey Kearney again. Mikey Kearney with the free. Mikey Kearney bends, he lifts, and he hits it high, and it's put wide. It's put wide for the first time today. It's a wide ball for Mikey Kearney from a free, and Garrod hits it out to Ringo. Ringo, the far side of the field, and Ringo going away with the ball. Ringo have support outside him, and it's broken side, and it's Killian Tobin trying to go through, but blocked down. And it's number 11 for Ballyduff, Kevin Casey. And Kevin Casey out to the far wing to number 5, Jamie Kearney. And Jamie Kearney to Steve Malumpi. And yeah, free in there, no doubt about that one. Just a small bit late in Willie Power. And don't know how much injury time. So it's 5:18. That's 33 points. 2:16. That's 22 points. So it looks like Ballyduff's next outing next week will be against the Shamrocks. Shamrocks, who played Ardmore last night in a thrilling game of hurling and came out on top scoring 25 points in the night. Definitely a formidable outfit there in the Knockanover side. And what a semi-final that'll be next week with the Shamrocks and Ballyduff. In the other semi-final, you have Clashmore playing on Ryan. And again, Jamie hits it over. Mikey Kearney hits it over the bar. So it's 5-19, 2-16. Garrod Hallinan with the puck out. Garrod Hallinan down the top of Mikey Kearns. And Mikey Kearns won well inside. And the ball inside to Kevin Sheehan. And what St. Mary's love to finish with a score. And yes, gone over the bar. Yes, great score, Kevin Sheehan. Great score. Yes, and St. Mary's battling away. 2-17 is 23. 5-19 is 34. 11 points between the game. What a great day again for Kevin Sheehan. And Kevin Sheehan with 5 points to play. So look, it's all over here. It's all over here. St. Mary's bow out at the Intermediate Hurling Championship. What a battle it has been. 5-19 to 2-17. Battled away till the very, very bitter end. We congratulate Ballyduff. We wish him well going forward. Trained there, like I said, by Morris Geary, a gentleman like Morris with St. Mary's for many years. And we wish Morris and Ballyduff team the very, very best of luck. St. Mary's threw everything at it. They threw the kitchen sink at it. They have nothing to be ashamed of. They did well in intermediate hurling. To score 2-17 for the likes against the likes of Ballyduff, they have nothing to be ashamed of. So from the final score here in the Fraher Field, it's Ballyduff, trained by Morris Geary, who march on to play the Shamrocks, 5-17. St. Mary's, a very, very respectable 2-17. Like I said, those goals at the start, that just the difference between the sides. And so that's it from us here in the Fraher Field, Slán agus Connacht. Right.